Alrighty.
Here we are.
Here we are. Guys, welcome to my channel. I have in front of me right now the beautiful Fran.
Hi.
The first time I saw you, you were performing at Cheers Bar.
Yes, I was.
And you were singing, and when I first saw you, I'm like, okay, let's see what this firecracker got. You opened your mouth, and my jaw dropped.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome. I was like, yo, who is this girl? I turned to my right, looked at my motor concho, turned to my left, I'm looking at expats, and everyone's mouth was, jaw was dropped and all looking at you. You have an amazing voice. You're welcome.
Appreciate it. It's been a while. I haven't sang in a very long time, so it's been nerve-wracking, but I'm glad to be back on stage.
Yeah, you said this to me because I pulled you aside and I was like, who are you kind of thing? I pulled her right aside, guys, and I had to give you a compliment on your voice right away. And then I'm like, what do you do? I've never seen you before that. I'm like, who are you? So who are you?
So who am I?
Yeah.
I think the different phases of Fran, as I call it.
The different phases of Fran. I love that.
I was born in Italy, but lived my adult life in the UK, in London, where I worked in the music industry, but not as a singer, funnily enough. I was working behind the scenes. And I was always sang throughout my life, from childhood. I mean, I listened to the radio and sing, and took some singing lessons, joined some groups, sang in London as well, actually mainly in the choir. And then I decided to go traveling. I had a bit of a nervous breakdown. I abandoned the music industry and I decided taking a sabbatical. I never came back from the sabbatical, so it's been nearly 4 years now.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I was like, I need to see what's out there. You know, I don't want to live in with regrets. And I had a friend of mine passing away, and it made me think, oh dear, if it happened to me now, I have so many things I wanted to do.
What's your friend's name?
My friend was Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah,
Ryan.
Australia.
Blesses Ryan. May you
Yeah.
rest in peace.
So he gave me like the kick up my butt, so to
Yeah.
speak, to kind of get my life together and think about my priorities. So I I thought I would be leaving for a year. And then I started traveling Latin America, fell in love with surfing, who's now become my path in life. And I traveled to maybe around 10 countries, from South America, Central, North America now. And then I found myself in the Dominican Republic. And I didn't even look to start singing again, to be honest, because I was like, I'm just loving surfing, and I do my work online, and that kind of got found. And I thought it was I'm so glad I started again, but it was a lot of inner work involved, because obviously the voice is so personal, and I felt like I lost a bit of confidence with singing when you don't do something for so long.
Yes.
So I found, literally, so to speak, I found my voice again. And every
like that.
week it feels like it's getting better and better, so I'm really happy. So it's not, singing is probably my first love, but I have so many other components of my life.
I was going to say, so now everything you said, I'm going to backtrack.
Yeah, sure.
And now, first of all, I want to start. No, I love that. I love that because you gave me so much to pick from, and so many questions I can ask through all that. Thank you. My viewers know I love to ask questions. But first of all, when you said you are originally from Italy. Look at that right here, guys. We're located at Mile High, by the way, and they were so kind. They turned down the music for us so we can do this wonderful chill and chat. So you're originally from Italy. You were in the music industry in Italy?
No, in the UK.
Oh, right, in the
Italy,
UK.
I
Okay.
worked in music venues, but more as a waitress.
All right.
But then I never felt like I belonged to it in Italy. Like it's weird. I met some people that felt the same. I never felt patriotic. I felt out of place there. So I knew that I had to be somewhere else. And actually, I don't feel like I belong anywhere. I like a so-called citizen of the world. I don't know.
You're giving me goosebumps again.
But it's true. Even in London, I feel like it's a part of me. I feel a bit of a Londoner.
Right.
I spent 13 years there, but I still don't feel 100%. And now my home is here, but I have itchy feet, so I keep moving around. I go away.
Right. Okay, so you were in UK for how many years?
13.
13 years in the UK.
From 18 to 31,
so this is the accent that you have.
A mess.
I know,
the Brits
I love
know
it.
I'm a fraud. The others joke, but like the Brits go like, what's up with you? What are you?
No, but you know what is so funny about it? Because that's what happens.
Yeah.
And especially with Leos, like Madonna. Madonna, she was in the UK for a while too, and then you can hear in her voice a little bit of an accent because it does grow on you after 13 years.
It does. And in Spanish as well, like I'm fluent in Spanish now because I spent the past nearly 4 years in Latin America.
Wow.
Every country I go to, I absorb the accent. Still not speaking Dominican, but I'm getting there.
Right, Dominican in Spanish is a little different.
It's hard. But
Yeah.
when I came here, everyone was like, "Are you Mexican?" Because I spent a lot of time in Central America. So I was like, "No, but I spent a year there."
So you learned the Spanish from Mexico?
I learned to travel first in Colombia, then Ecuador, Peru. And obviously it's very close to Italian, so I had a bit of an advantage compared to an Anglophone.
Okay.
But yeah, I got to Colombia and I was like, I don't understand anything. I thought I did.
Right.
And their accent is tough as well.
But you speak 4 languages.
Yes.
Like, what are the languages that you speak?
English, Spanish, Italian, and French.
Amazing.
Although now my French is a bit messed up with Spanish. And I studied German for a long time, but German is so hard.
Okay, it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know Gesundheit. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, Gesundheit.
It means bless you?
Yeah.
God bless you?
Well, it means health.
Health.
But like, as in, like, you wish someone
Okay.
health, but yeah.
So it would be like saying salud aquí, here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, because I have a lot of questions, the singing and the surfing are 2 major staples in your life.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
I have crept you, like I creeped you when I first spoke to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, is this instant? Because I said I'm live. As soon as you started to sing, I don't know if you know this, but I was all the way in the back, and then I went to the front table and started to video you.
I remember seeing you in the front table. I was like,
Yeah.
number 1 fan.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I need to video this, and I went on Facebook and I videoed on Facebook, and then when I said to you, like, I would love to, get to know you better and everything like that, and be able to do a video with you. I just knew it was going to be an interesting video because you have interesting character, but you were like, oh, Instagram, okay, and I'm like, actually, it's live to your Facebook, but then we added each other on Instagram.
Yeah.
So and then that's where I ended up creeping you.
Of course.
My gosh, you really love your surfing.
I do. I'm a bit obsessed.
How-
It's become like a way of life. I mean,
How did it start and when?
So it
Where?
started in Peru.
Peru.
I was meant to be there a few weeks. I found a volunteer job in a surf hostel, and I was like, cool, I've always wanted to surf, and I like the culture, but I lived in a city. I lived in London, so it's not very accessible.
But you didn't surf before this.
So I did 1 lesson in Australia when I was 20.
Interesting.
So like it was, a holiday thing.
Right.
And then, I took a few lessons, and I was like, okay, cool, I like it, it's really hard. And then I actually went through a heartbreak. I was dating a surfer, local surfer, lesson learned. Broke my heart, understandably. And then I realized when I was trying to surf, every time my mind wouldn't be distracted from the heartbreak. So I was like, interesting, like a sort of meditation. I felt really, into the, I was like, wow, when I'm out in the water, I don't think about
You're
this.
one with yourself.
Exactly, with nature, yourself, and so it's something. It felt part of healing, a part of healing. And then as you get better, I tell you, I give myself goosebumps.
I got them right now. Do you see them?
The feeling, like we call it the stoke, when you catch a wave, there's nothing else in life.
The stoke. That's what you guys call
Today
it.
I'm stoked. Actually, before coming here, I had a really great surf session.
Right.
And it changes your day by like the pleasure of catching a wave. I can't even. There's nothing else in life.
Catching a wave.
Yeah.
Explain that. I
So
hear
like
it a
when
lot.
you surf a wave, like
Right.
you get up on it and do whatever maneuvers you want to do. Catching is like a get.
You
surfing.
got it. Like you
Yeah.
went and you did the.
Yeah, and
Okay.
there's
All
nothing
right.
else I found in life, even great food, great sex, whatever.
Right.
Yes, there's pleasure, but it's longer lasting with surfing. At least for me. But if you
Right.
ask other surfers, they'll tell you the same. And it's such a difficult sport that you never master it. So I think it's a constant
Right.
challenge with yourself. You are not in control because
Right.
Mother Ocean is in control. Even if, no matter how good you are, you cannot predict a wave. You can sort of try and read it. So for me, it makes me feel so humble. And your ego, you leave it on the shore. And, I mean, it's tempting though. Sometimes you catch a good wave and you go like, "That was amazing. Has anyone seen it?" But
I rode that wave.
I didn't. Did anyone see it? They are the pictures. But no, sometimes that's a common slip up.
Right.
But yeah, so I started surfing and I loved it. I wasn't even really good at it at the beginning. It's really hard. And
How many years ago was it?
I started 3 years ago, but I took a long break in the middle. So I always say when someone asks, I've been surfing 2.5 years.
Okay.
But then I kept moving town, looking for better waves, better surf coaches, and then I realized I love this so much. So I turned my trip, my travel around looking for waves. So all my destinations became surf destinations.
The reason you're in Cabarete,
Yes,
because Cabarete has a lot of waves. They're known for kite surfers and surfers.
I actually live in the surf town in Puerto, which is a bit out of Cabarete.
Right.
Because that's literally, you can walk to the beach.
And they have higher waves there, just...
Yeah, it depends on the day. The thing is here, I'm not going to get too technical, it's a different ocean. I always surf the Pacific, which is way more consistent. Here it gets windy, it's hit and miss, so it teaches you a lot of patience.
Right. And at 2 o'clock I heard that it's a pretty, like a time for you to either get off or
even
get
earlier.
on.
It depends on the day.
Yeah,
Today I
okay.
was surfing at 11:30, which is very uncommon because by 10 depends on the day. The wind picks up, so if you're lucky that you do kite surfing, then you might get, I'm gonna get kite surfing. I always tell myself I want to be mediocre at one sport, not two. And kite surfing looks even quite hard. So I'm like,
Right. You're like, just do one for now.
I do other things in the afternoon.
Right,
I sing,
right.
or I
Sing.
work out, I do other skates.
Okay.
sometimes, so.
Skate. Okay, hold on one second though. I do have one more question about surfing.
Go for it.
You got a new surfboard when you were in Italy in
Oh,
December?
yes, you saw that.
See, guys, I really do creep
my
because
God,
I
I
was
love
like,
it.
she got a Christmas present from someone.
From myself, no.
Oh,
It's
you
my
bought
own.
that for yourself?
Yeah, of course. Independent woman.
That
well,
was
my
huge.
dad contributed a little bit. He was like, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, surfboard.
Surfboard, surfing, just like Beyonce says.
There's a funny story behind that board. It was my first one. I got shaped. So shaped means you design it, you pick it. I didn't really like it. It was a bit disappointing in terms of I got it. I'm like, it's not really what I wanted. But it's okay. I've actually, when I got here, I really struggled with that board. I found another board. Now I have two boards.
Right.
And now I'm surfing again the other one. So I alternate between the two, and now I'm maybe a bit happier. But I think it's a constant reminder with surfing. I think I felt confident, I knew what I wanted, and then you get what you think you want, and you go like, maybe not. Because it's really hard. It's so complicated to also know. It depends on the wave, depends on the place, depends on you as well, how good you are. And but it's all good. But I still love that board. And
It
it's
is.
Barbie colors.
Right.
pink
Barbie colors, it's pretty. You guys
Pink
look
and
her up on
purple.
Instagram. What's your Instagram name?
It's at Frantic Framble with an
Frantic?
M. Framble.
Framble. Framble.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
one, yeah.
Frantic Framble.
Follow me if you want, if you like.
Yes, please.
Surf, dogs, food, and
Yeah.
horses as well, a horse ride as well.
You have a lot of fun on your Instagram. Now, before we get off surfing and go to singing,
Yeah.
do you have any, because this is what I find really interesting about you is you started 3 years ago. When I look at a lot of California people, I'm like, oh, they must have started when they were 3.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they grew up in the water. So someone can pick up and learn. What are your tips, 3 tips for people learning or want to learn?
Don't give up.
Don't
It's
give up.
disheartening so much. The wipeouts, the one day you feel like you're great, the other day I can't even paddle. You know, it's a constant reminder.
Really?
Get some serious coach. Get a good coach to help you, especially if you
Okay.
start later like me. You can pick up completely on your own. But if you're younger, you know, when you're younger, it's easy to pick up things. I find that if you want to get better, quicker, get some good coaching and someone that is on time, that is reliable, you know, someone that you
Right.
trust, that you feel. For me, coaching,
Right.
finding a good coach is harder than finding someone dating. I always say that.
Really? That's
I have to have that
interesting.
feeling. I have to trust. Well, it's
Right.
very similar, but I trust it. And it's, you know, surfing can be a bit of a dangerous sport, so you need someone
Right.
that will put you in the right situation.
Because I mean, obviously water is so strong. We have typhoons, we have everything. Water, when you are in the deep
I
ocean.
had some scary moments, so like you gotta
Really?
keep calm. And the third thing would be don't trust the process and don't rush.
Okay.
Because you want to get better quickly, you want to surf a shortboard, you want to look cool. I always say the sea puts you back into your place straight away.
That whole
So,
humbling feeling you were
very
saying.
humbling, and there's days that today I had a great day, tomorrow I might leave the water crying, you know, and
Right.
so it's like a whirlwind of emotions.
Right. And you look like the epitome of a surfer girl. I'm sitting here and I'm looking, guys, I love jewelry, so I'm looking at your jewelry and I'm like, look what we
has a
have
story.
here.
So this is from Hawaii. Well, I bought it in California.
Very nice.
This is from El Salvador, quartz from El Salvador.
Crystal quartz.
This is a larimar, which is a local
Larimar.
stone. My friend makes this.
Very nice.
And this is a little shell again from here. So
Oh, I want to buy one of those.
my friend, I'll send you the link. My friend makes them.
Really?
Yeah, she has a
Okay,
little store in
send me the
Cabarete.
look at this guy.
And if anyone wants any of these, my friend is one of my best friends.
It has a little gold there and everything. Oh, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
look.
And they're
guys,
very affordable. And she
beautiful.
makes them like she does everything. So.
I want a few of them. I want to get a few of those for my family and
link and I can-
everything.
you can send it to your followers as
Awesome.
well. She
All right, guys.
totally appreciate it.
Shout at me for
Yeah.
that link. All right. Now I want to get into singing because, again, when I met you, you're a songstress. Like your voice just comes out like it's a stereo.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, how
Shout
come?
out.
Now, do you have any of your own songs?
No, sadly not.
I'm very surprised. I bet you that's going to happen very soon.
It could be. I travel with the ukulele, which
Yeah.
is easy. I know.
What did she just say?
I travel with the ukulele. Yes.
She
I'm
travels with a
I'm a bloody
ukulele.
hippie sometimes. It's
I
because
love
it's
it.
easier. You know, you can.
Great.
It's sociable. In El Salvador, I had a friend that we would play all the time in the
Yeah.
evening.
That's
And
beautiful.
if you want to, I thought about writing songs. I used to write songs when I was maybe 13.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have the lyrics anymore. I don't wanna.
You don't even want to look back on that time. I'm
I
a
mean-
pretty good songwriter, and I know a lot of people that are good songwriters, but
Yeah.
I look in your eyes and I'm like, I bet you're going to come up with a song. Someone just needs to send you a beat. Guys, listening to this.
I know.
She sings amazing rock. She can sing R&B. Like you just have
Yeah.
that voice that you can flow with almost any
I'm
genre.
not just a rock singer, yeah. I
Right.
mean, I love rock, but I actually like also blend in different genres, and I came to a compromise with the band here because they wanted to play hard rock, and I was like,
Right.
my boy, I don't scream. I mean, I
Right.
could scream, but you
Right.
sing one song and you're done.
Right, right.
So
Mhm.
more like soulsy, bluesy. I grew up with a lot of R&B as well, pop.
Right.
And I like words. I like writing words. I'm a journaler. You know, like I've been keeping diaries all my life. So
Right.
never say never. I just at the moment I'm enjoying this, but I don't. Yeah, why not? They put
Never
ideas
say
in my
never.
head.
Never say never. Yeah, but guys, listen. If you have any beats, you can send them. Check her out on Instagram. I know right now, because I'm not that person that's like, sing for us right now. I'm not that person. like tell me a joke. You're a comedian.
Oh, God,
I
yes.
never ever do that because that's putting people on the spot and it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's like almost, for me, I don't like to do that to people. But I do want to say, if they do want to hear your voice, they can Instagram you, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to send, or go on my Facebook, and then they
Yeah.
can, guys, go
And
on
I
my
have some
Facebook.
videos I'm gonna make some stories highlights. I need to be.
Okay.
I'm good with Instagram,
Yeah.
but I realized, I only have surf under my stories highlight. So maybe
Right.
tonight I'll prepare a little highlight of all, because a lot of people took videos like you, so
Right.
I saved them, but I didn't add them anywhere. So
Perfect.
And or if you're here local in Sosua Cabarete, Friday night, 6 p.m. Cheers. So you can
Yeah.
hear me sing live, which is.
And this video is going to be up for a very long time, so it may not. You may decide to all of a sudden be somewhere else. Like for instance, here at Mile High, where we have a lot of R&B songs, and you could maybe sing there once a week.
Sadly, no, I'm a bit of a itchy feet lady, and I've been planning an escape, but I'm finding it really hard to leave. This
Why?
place has a beautiful energy, and the people.
Yeah.
I was meant to be here 2 months. It's been 6.
Oh,
I gave my notice on my apartment, and now I'm backtracking a bit
interesting.
because I want to look for bigger waves. Because now the summer, going back to surfing quickly, the summer gets a bit smaller, a bit windier.
Okay.
So I thought I'll go back to the Pacific, like El Salvador or Nicaragua. But I love it here. Like genuinely,
Yeah.
the people, the community. There's a great spiritual community as well. So if
Right.
you want to do inner work, whatever I feel like I'm
Yes.
healing here. So I feel like
I
I'm not ready to leave.
I was so sorry to cut you off
No, go for
again,
it.
but again, looking at your Instagram, I research people. Like
Yeah.
when I say I crept your profile, I'm creeping.
please
Like
do.
really, honestly, I am researching and I look at dates and I look at comments
Yeah.
and I look at everything.
Yeah.
Right? So when I was looking at yours, I saw that like you do quite a few things here in the Dominican Republic. You went horseback riding,
Yeah.
like was that on Playa Cabarete or?
I do. So I've been riding all my life. It's something
Okay.
I've been riding for 28 years. So horses
Wow.
are actually another thing in my life. I think it's three things: are singing, horses, and
Right.
surfing.
Nice.
And I can ride every week. So we go sometimes up to Cabarete, or we go in the woods and up to Sosua, near here, Sosua. And yeah, I've been doing a lot here, and that's the thing. Here you have so many opportunities, and it's very. I've been to a lot of places I love, but for example, I couldn't find horse riding. There was no music scene. I used to karaoke a lot. Every time there's a karaoke opportunity,
The singer in you. Yeah.
just heard that there's another karaoke night on Monday, so I'm like, can I go next
Oh.
week? Just one song. And karaoke.
But don't blow your voice out
No,
because your
but
voice
the
is
good thing with karaoke, you can sing whatever. I could
Right.
do a rap song. I can't rap.
right.
But that's the thing.
But you can still do it.
But there's no shame. When you're
Right.
live with a band, we play 2 hours.
Oh.
I can't do, like you have to watch your voice, don't
Right.
push it. And you have to kind of sing it well. With karaoke,
Right.
you can afford to.
Just get drunk. Like today you have rehearsal and when
No
you
drinking.
arrived here you're like, I can't drink. And I'm like, why? You're like, I got rehearsal. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
can you have like, no, you're like, no, nothing cold.
Some people do that, but like I really very much look after my voice. It's an
Perfect.
instrument, and you have to look after your body. And alcohol dries out your vocal cords.
Right.
And after this, I warm up every time. It's like it's a muscle. You use your
Yeah.
diaphragm. And I mean, I know a lot of my friends sing and they smoke, we get drunk before. I don't even drink. Yeah, I drink
Warm water. Martha right here just said, okay, I'm going to bring you some water. She's room temperature water.
And it's nice actually
Yeah.
after my show on Friday. I always have like a mojito, something like that. I'm like cold
Right.
alcohol. I'm not a big drinker anymore, but something that I'm like, oh, God,
Great.
I missed it.
I love that. You
yeah.
reward yourself with it a little bit, get a nice
Yeah.
buzz on after your show and,
And
you're
you need
good.
it with the adrenaline. So
Right.
I love
Let me ask, I just saw a little notification here on my phone. But I mean, that could just be telling me that I'm running out of storage. That's okay. We'll go
dear.
to another cell phone. But before we even do all
This
that, right? Before
This
we
woman is amazing.
thank you, you too. Before we do that, let's go back to the singing, obviously.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, how long have you been singing for?
That's a $1 million question.
Yeah.
I remember my first memory singing. It was my family was very musical. My mom loved music. My uncle works in the music industry, but there weren't many musicians in the family. We just loved music. And the radio was